if you guys don't know Robbie, but he plays video games in a legitimate handstand. I love that you're still 8 to 10 inches from your screen. You have positioned it in the most ideal scenario for a handstand player, yes?
Yeah, it requires a lot of active strength during a match.
I think the question is, at what point in time did we take the handstand and combine it with the gaming, and what made you think of it?
Yeah, you know what's funny? There's a original clip of me being in a handstand in a siege lobby, and my friend's like, "Dude, that would be so funny if you got a kill while in a handstand," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna try it out." And I've been actually going for world records for handstand push-ups, so I've been doing that for like 3 years now. So I was like, okay, let's try handstand and gaming. Got my first clip in the corner, in just standing in a corner on Valorant, and I just took it from there, and I kept improving upon it, and now I'm continuing it.
As
Oh, here we
somebody
are.
who exercises in games, I know for me, I had my limitations. I had the adaptations that I had to make. What were your physical limitations when you first started? What adaptations did you have to make? And like, where are you currently from where you started? That's what I want to know.
So I can like to hold a handstand for a minute, like the minute's like my max, or like minute and a half, because Rivals was definitely the one where I was having to hold a handstand for a whole fight, and that's very, very difficult and very hard on my shoulders. So that's like a minute and a half where I'm at, so I have to like take a break after that, and then
Dude.
dude, it's hard, but I can't go for like so long. I will tell you the next morning, because I don't do this every day. I don't do handstand content every day.
I would hope not.
The next morning, dude, I'm telling you, my shoulders are like so sore. And I will say, I've fallen 2 times.
Does your like, because obviously, so you go for handstand world records. Like, you seem pretty damn impressive here, and your form has to be very good. One, so that you can go for long periods of time, but two, like, once you start to get tired, your form can start to fail, and that's when you can start to get injuries. And I know personally, when I've unicycled for hours and hours, if I start to unicycle incorrectly, I can hurt myself. So like, does your back ever hurt, or have you ever went for too long to where you did the wrong form that caused you to get an injury doing this?
I will say the one time that it did happen, I was laying down in a corner on Siege, and I tried to flick my mouse. So I think the worst part about it is trying to flick, definitely, and that's when the injuries come about, because my shoulders are actually. So I failed this, by the way. November 1st, I went for a 24-hour handstand push-up world record. But I only got 6 hours. So my shoulders rarely and my balance will rarely falter, like very rare. I'm very confident on almost balancing near fatigue anywhere.
And so, are you
Because
naturally a wrist aimer?
Yes, I would say so.
Like, it's so funny. I could care less about the roller versus M&K debate. At this point, it's like, it's exhausting to talk about. But what I just want to bring up the quote that I hear so many times in comments is, well, they have their whole arm. He does not have his whole arm. He's got fingertips. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, I rest most of my my weight on my palms. So my fingers have freedom to move. And if you know about balance and handstanding, your fingers are mostly what like control it. So like to balance on your palms, it's very, very difficult. And now I actually have a few questions for you. I'm gonna reciprocate. How did you start?
Well, I was in college and I was playing Call of Duty. And, you know, when you're a college kid, mess around between classes, you're doing anything but getting your homework done. And so I would jump on the unicycle and play Call of Duty. And then years later, that's when I got into the actual unicycle gaming and streaming. But I never could do this because I was always doing athletics and I was always tired. But after I graduated and I got into the quote unquote real world, this is my physical / it's my workout outlet and my gaming outlet at the same time. So like that's kind of how it came to be.
That's awesome. I will say I've been watching you for I think like 2 years now. As soon as I started doing my handstanding stuff, I think like 2 years ago or something, year and a half. My friend was like, "Yo, Robert, there is this guy who rides a unicycle." And I'm like, "Oh my god, that is so cool!" And I've followed you ever since, and I really do enjoy your content and love it.
Yo, yours as well.
Another thing.
Sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to also add in there that this is long overdue. We have been on a different trajectory of like we don't play the same video games. So this has definitely been long overdue.
No, it's super impressive watching you freaking ride a unicycle. In fact, hold on, I have gotten a unicycle myself.
Did you?
I got a unicycle myself, and I've been practicing it for the last like 5 months. I've been practicing, not really religiously, and I will tell you, from like balance related stuff, I'm usually really good at. Unicycling is not easy at all. That is hard.
It's different, but what I will say, when it comes to things that have like a difficulty and an easy level, the legs are a much bigger muscle group than your arms, shoulders, and that whole thing. The fact, because I am sitting, like it's not a chair because it doesn't have 4 legs and a back, but I am sitting, like I am in a pretty decent position. There's no, like you could be the best handstand person in the world. The physical limitations here are so much different than what I deal with.
I'm just gonna shout you out and say that stuff is so impressive. Like I got on my unicycle and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try this out. I'm pretty good at other balance stuff. Let's do this. Got on it. No, maybe like 1 pump and then like I'm done. I'm going back on my feet.
One question I did want to ask you real quick is how many comments do you get of people saying either it's fake or the mouse doesn't line up with the gameplay?
Oh, like I think every single time. I try to make it as like legit as possible. I tell them I stream, and then I tell them like I make sure I put the camera and myself. But then it's like, oh, I didn't see your mouse. At that point, I'm like, just come live, come watch me live.
Right. There's nothing you could do, a million things. You will never make everybody happy, and you basically just have to take it as a compliment that it's so unbelievable that it's like an attribute to how crazy of a skill it is. But after this interview, you guys, him and I had teamed up to play the brand new game, High Guard. This guy absolutely deserves his flowers. You get to learn about somebody's character. I feel like sometimes more when you're playing a video game than any other moment, because you face struggles in the game, adversity, you have to work together. And so getting to know somebody while playing a video game, let alone being able to interview him about his life and his workouts, and he also is a personal trainer, is super cool. So I'm going to put all of his links down in the description. I love this. My favorite moments about gaming are literally just hanging out, chatting with people I've never met. So definitely drop him a follow. Appreciate you guys being here. And if there's somebody that we should connect with next time, drop it in the comments. I'd love to meet some new people.
Yes, baby!